Good evening, guys. This is your life coach. I have to completely apologize to you guys because I just did like a whole 30-minute video, and I was interrupted at the end of the video, and the video was ruined. So I am literally, this is what we're talking about tonight. Is so funny that happened because this is exactly in the topic of what we're discussing. But I am getting ready to do the whole video over again. Talk about persistent. So what we're doing, what we're talking about right now, how you doing? What we're talking about right now is why try? We're going, let me give you a little feedback. Let's take you back a little bit, okay? Because we're on this series right now that's about value alignment. Value alignment is what we're talking about. And I have last week I've discussed with you guys how your passion creates provision for your progression. How your passion opens doors for you to progress and succeed. So you have to have passion. You have to be passionate about something, and you have to be able to exude that passion from your every fiber of your being. In order for people to even believe in you the way you believe in you, you have to be able to do that. So today we're going to talk about why try. And the reason that we're going to talk about why try is because I said this earlier. We were reading the book, and in my book I have this chapter called Finding Your Inner Fight. And in Finding Your Inner Fight, there was this topic, and it said, first you need to know why fight. If I'm going to find my inner fight, the thing that's going to help me to push beyond, I need to know why do I even fight in the first place. So that's what birthed this whole topic for this evening, is why try or why fight. And that your fight to accomplish, your fight to succeed or to be successful or to do something great, that's what we're talking about right now. So why do you do that? Why do you want to do that? And I got 3 points that we're going to go over. The first of the 3 points is we first need to identify your why. Identify your why. And what it means to identify your why is it's what is your reason? What is your reasoning for wanting this thing so badly? What is your reason for pushing beyond all the obstacles? What is it? What is the thing that drives you? And in different stages in your life, you're going to find that your why is going to be different. Your why is going to change. I'm looking at just giving you my life story. My why when I was in college, I was very materialistic. So my why was that I like nice things. I was already a pusher, so that's one of the things that was already in me to push beyond and to fight to succeed. But my why was that I like nice things. I like to have nice cars. I like to buy nice clothes. I was materialistic. I mean, putting it in a nutshell, I liked really nice things. And so at that time, that was my why. And that sufficed for me. That's all it took for me to be able to push. For somebody else, it's going to be a very different reason. Like, for instance, the older I got, my reason changed. And my reason became, when I got pregnant with my first child, my reason became my son. My reason became, I want to succeed for him. My life is not even my own anymore. It's all about him. It's all about how I can give him the best life. And that was my next reason. Now I'm going to tell you, now my reason's even different, more different than it was then. My why now is because I have found purpose. I have a relationship with God. So my why has now become because my life has value, and I need to be able to give that value back. I have this purpose to help humanity. I have this desire to help people be great. And so my why became all of you. My why became bigger than just my children. It became bigger than myself. It became my heart for humanity. So ultimately, I push, whether anybody would ever know this or not, I push because of you. I push because I want to see others be great by the example that I set. I want to see other people push beyond their boundaries. And if telling my story, and if giving you all of the tools that I had to be able to get over my hurdles and obstacles is going to help you get there, then that's my reason. So your why can change. Your why is going to vary, and you have to first establish and identify what your why is. Now, the second thing that we have to do Before we go there, I want to say one of the other reasons that is a good why. In the Bible, it talks about Hebrews 12:1. It says that your why can also be simply because that's the race that was put in front of you. That might just be your race. And if that's a good enough reason for you, which it should be, because it's the one that we all should actually aspire to run, which is our own race. We can't run somebody else's race. So we all should aspire to do the thing that's set before us. That's the thing God purposed us for in the first place. So remember that, just by the way, if you look back at that, it's Hebrews 12:1 if you want to read that scripture. And the point number 2 is to solidify your why. First, you identify your why. The second thing you do is you solidify your why. Now, when you go to solidify your why, that means to strengthen and to reinforce your why. You have to strengthen and reinforce your why. You know, when you reinforce something, that means that you make it stronger. That means that it is now unbreakable. It is ironclad. When you strengthen it, it is something that is not easily pushed to the side. It's something that's going to keep you on the path, and it's not going to be so easily swayed. You're not going to be so easily discouraged. If you solidify, if your why is that serious to you, if your why becomes that strong, then you will not be easily swayed off your path. So that's thing number 2. It's the thing that you have to put it high on the totem pole. It has to be at the top of your list of values, if you will. So that's when I'm talking about value alignment, that's what we're talking about. Is making sure that you place your why at the top of the list of things that you value when it comes to fulfilling your purpose. Now, the third point and the final point that we're going to talk about. First, we said to identify your why. Second, we said to solidify your why or reinforce your why. And the third thing is we're going to apply our why. We're going to apply it. That means now this is the thing this is the activation of what we just identified as our reason and our foundational structure for why we do what we do. This is what we're talking about. Now we're getting ready to put this thing to work. We're getting ready to fulfill the mission now. We're getting ready to walk out purpose now, right? We're getting ready to show and prove, right? So this is what you have to do. You have to identify whether you are going to be the alpha wolf or whether you're going to allow the things that are leading you, that you're going to allow to lead you to be the alpha. And the things sometimes that end up taking precedent over our why as being our alpha is things like fear. We allow fear to lead. And that's the stuff that kind of gets us to sway or fall off of our path. Or we allow slowfulness. And a lot of times that is a big one, because a lot of times we don't really understand what it means to move at a pace. We think if we're moving and we're moving, it's fine as long as we're moving. No, it matters. Your pace matters. So it's slowfulness gets in the way. Slowfulness causes you to miss opportunities. And when you miss opportunities, you feel like you're just driving in circles and you're just running out of gas. And that's where your passion is burning. And once your passion's burned out, you got to try to go back to the filling station and start all over again. And a lot of people don't make it back. And you don't want to be a statistic. So slowfulness will put you in that category. Anxiety, your nerves get in the way. Your faithlessness, you might not even believe in yourself. You may keep getting this vision to do this thing. You may keep having this desire, and you might even get up and start doing the research. But ultimately, when it comes down to it and you start to actually analyze what capabilities you have, you might start doubting yourself, and you start acknowledging how little faith you have in yourself in completing the task. And negativity could be another thing that we allow to lead. Who's going to be the alpha of your pack? Is it going to be your why? Is your why going to be strong enough to stand over all of these obstacles? Or are you going to allow those things to stop you from going forward? See, this is one of those times where I want you guys, I'm putting the phone down, I need to put the notes down because I want to talk to you guys from a real place. This is one of those times where we have to sit in our truth. Sit in our truth. And sometimes your truth is the thing that it can make or break you. But what I want you to do is acknowledge it so that we can understand what it is we have to fight against. Your first fight might not be to just get to the point of success. Your first fight might be to get to the point of positive thinking. Your first fight might be to get to the point where fear is not in control. And then you work on success. See, people want to jump the gun, but you got so many things that you're battling that you're trying to fight it all at once. You got to first deal with the thing that's standing in the way. And sometimes it's your fear. Sometimes it's anxiety. Sometimes it's your nerves. Sometimes it's negative people around you. Or sometimes it's the fact that you might have tried and you try and try again and it doesn't seem to work. So ultimately you start to lose hope. You start losing hope because it's not, but your success is not determined by what you do occasionally. It's determined by what you do consistently. So if we want to see ourselves in a successful nature, if we want to see ourselves be the lion and have this big roar, the only way we're going to get there is to first learn how to roar. Your first roar ain't going to be as strong or as loud. You're not going to get on that mountain and sound like Simba when he took back over Pride Rock. No, you're going to first end up sounding like the first Simba that was trying to find his roar. That's where we're going to start. And when we start there, that means that we understand that we got a ways to go, but I'm willing to work my way up to that. I'm willing to build up to that. Your why has to be so strong that the building process does not tear you down. The building process does not take all of your ambition away. Because you got to come from that little place to a bigger place. And who knows how big that place can be. Only you know how far you're willing to go. Only you know. So the first thing you want to do is identify that why. It could be your children. It could be, and listen, my daughter's the one that just came in here. I'm telling you why earlier when I did the first video, why it was a problem. My daughter came in. I was just talking about my kids. They don't let me, they're relentless. They mainly her, but they don't let me do the work that I need to do. And I'm home tonight because I was gonna go out and film, and because I know it's hard to work here, but the weather is bad outside. So I said, no, I'm gonna film at home. Reluctantly, I'm gonna film it at the house. And my baby never lets me down. She was gonna come and try to come in the room mid video and interrupt everything that I was doing. Relentless. So I had to start over. I could have gotten discouraged and said, you know what? It was obviously not meant for me to film here. It was not. I just wasn't supposed to do it. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I just did a whole 30-minute segment. Do you understand how that could have gone left? But I did what I do best. I did it again. Let's start over. Breathe, woosah, start over. And so this is what we have to decide. Who's going to lead? Who's the alpha? Who's the alpha? My why is the alpha. Not my frustration. I was frustrated. It didn't lead me. I decided to lead the pack. So this is where you have to decide who's the leader of the pack. Now I'm doing something right now. I want to use fitness for you guys. I'm doing something where I'm actually trying to get myself in shape for many, many reasons. My why for getting in shape is because I have a lot to accomplish and I need to be at my best when I do that. I need to be healthy. I need to be fully mentally there. I need to be awake. And all these things actually help to build your metabolism and get your energy levels up, and you can be your best and you can give your best self to whatever it is you're doing. So I said, okay, I need to get myself in shape. Now I've done this before, but I wasn't consistent. So my why obviously wasn't strong enough. But now I'm in a different place. So my why is different. And all we can do now is apply the why and see if the why is strong enough. Has it been solidified? Is it strong enough for me to persist and reach my goal? And I'm telling you now, this time, y'all will see me in 30 days. I'm sure I'm going to get there. The COVID-19 kind of helps that I'm at the house. So it's kind of got me on lockdown where I'm going to commit to it. But it could go either way because you have a refrigerator full of food and you could sit and just eat all day. I have a choice to make. It's still a decision. I choose to follow through with my plan. And that's because I want it bad enough. I want it bad enough. So what do you want bad enough for you to decide your reasoning as to why, to solidify your reason as to why, and to go for it with everything you got? That's what you have to think about. What is it that I want bad enough that I'm willing to forego every obstacle, go to supersede every obstacle, get around, go above, walk through everything that's coming at me just to get to my goal? And this is what I want to leave you with tonight. This is what I want you to know: your why. Find your inner fight. Find your inner fight. Now, if I've said anything that helped you, I want you to go and I want you to leave a comment. I'm posting this on my YouTube channel. Your Life Coach is my YouTube channel. You can also follow me there. You can like me on Facebook, Instagram at Laticia Norton YLC, or Your Life Coach. You can also go to my website. My website is LaticiaNortonYLC.com. So you can go there, you can leave comments there, and subscribe, because I do a live blog there also, and you'll be able to get any videos that I do, any updates that I do, and I will talk to you guys soon. I love this time that I spend with you. I love it. So it was nothing. It was like a no-brainer for me to come back on here and do a second video, because I love sitting down and talking to you guys. I just don't like having to repeat everything I just said 30 minutes ago. So y'all pray my strength in the Lord. But I will see you guys soon. I have another segment for you coming next week. The next time you see me, it'll be next Sunday. And it's gonna be good, y'all. It's gonna be good. So y'all tune in. I'll see you next Sunday.